How's it going, everybody? I bet you sound better than I do. It's pretty much worked all up into my chest now. It's running its course. It's a basic cold. I haven't had a basic cold in a long time, so I guess I was overdue. But I had the flu and everything, which pretty much was a solid detox. The last time the Olympics were on, it was late July and almost the first half of August. It's about a 3-week ordeal. So, and now here we are, Winter Olympics, and so it begins. Anyway, so they stripped him and put him on a scarlet robe, and when they had plaited a crown of thorns, they put it on his head and a reed in his right hand, and they bowed the knee before him and mocked him, saying, "Hail, King of the Jews!" And they spit upon him and took the reed and smote him on the head. And after that they had mocked him, they took the robe off from him and put on, like put his regular clothes back on him and led him away to crucify him. And as they came out, they found a man, Cyrene, a man of the city of Cyrene. His name was Simon, and they talked him into carrying Jesus' cross because Jesus had been put through. Once he had been whipped with those whips to the point to where that it has those metal hooks and it'll tear your flesh and tear your skin to where like your bones are showing. They're beating you to death, but it would take you a while to die, but then they go up and crucify you anyway. You know what I'm saying? So his death was, of course, due to the crucifixion itself and the inability to breathe and the loss of blood, but also culminating with the loss of blood and trauma that had taken place before he was even put on the cross. And when they were come up to the place called Golgotha, that is to say, a place of a skull, they gave him vinegar to drink and mingled with gall. And when he had tasted thereof, he would not drink it. They crucified him and parted his garments, casting lots, that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by the prophet. They parted my garments among them, and upon my vesture did they cast lots, and sitting down, they watched him there. And they set up over his head his accusation, which was written, "This is Jesus, King of the Jews." Then were there two thieves crucified with him, one on the right and one on the left. I don't know if this gospel gets into any of that like the other ones do. When you read the other ones or this one coming up, they might seem like they're contradicting, like both of them were mean to him, and then one in another gospel, like in one gospel both are mean, and then another gospel, one's mean, one's not. And Jesus says, well, how do you reconcile that? Well, he's being mean at first, and that part was, written. And that's why the Lord put the Bible together the way that he did. So the goats would see things, hear things, and run from it, go, that's not true. But yeah, it's very simple. At first, they're mocking him, talking smack, and then something is put into the guy's heart, and he just is like, he gets it. He realizes who he is. And that's how it works. The Lord has to call you. And there's the appointed time that he will call you. I had people tell me that astrology was bad. I shouldn't be doing astrology when I was a Catholic and still reading, the New Testament over and over and over in the New Living Translation. For years, for a decade, I was reading it, right? Didn't read it much when I was married, sadly. Like I quit the daily readings, which is what I'm back doing now. And now I just do them on Zoom because friends said, well, why don't you just post them? And I was putting them on Facebook, and then I was like, well, I'll put them on YouTube. And everything just kind of grew from there. But just one day, the Lord put it in my heart based off something he had me watch. That's I like quit the astrology in the Catholic Church immediately when you couldn't have ever have done either, per se. You know, I wasn't tied to Catholicism anymore. I wasn't what you would call a good Catholic, but I was still like considering myself raised Catholic, Catholic school, so I consider myself Catholic. Anyway, let's move on to Revelation 21. And the city lieth foursquare, and the length is as large as a breadth. And he measured the city with a reed, 12,000 furlongs, and the length of the breadth and the height of it are equal. And he measured the wall thereof, 144 cubits, according to the measure of a man, that is, of the angel. And the building of the wall of it was of jasper, and the city was pure gold, like unto clear glass. And the foundations of the wall of the city were garnished with all manner of precious stones. The first foundation was jasper, the second sapphire, the third. I used to know what that was. Let's go with it. Because if I didn't know these, then I ran them like I'm doing now. Be right with you. I had to go clear my throat anyway, so it's good that I took a little break. Let's see how it's pronounced. Chalcedony. 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 Duh. Chalcedony.
Chalcedony.
Chalcedony. That's exactly how I said it. Nah.
Chalcedony. Chalcedony.
Chalcedony. I am sure we looked that one up last time because I did not. I've never known that word to be that. So the fourth, an emerald. The fifth, sardonyx. The sixth, sardius. The seventh, chrysolite. The eighth, beryl. The ninth, topaz. The 10th, chrysoprase. The 11th, jacinth. The 12th, remember I called it amethyst, and it's pronounced because a girl's name had it, so I thought it was like Amy-ish.
Amethyst.
Just straight up amethyst.
Amethyst.
It's going to be hard for me to unlearn amethyst. Amethyst. It's like methamphetamine, amethyst. Come on, man. You got to be able to remember that one. And the 12 gates were 12 pearls. Every several gate was of one pearl, and the street of the city was pure gold, as it were transparent glass. Can you just imagine? It's just, I don't know. It's just going to be mind-blowing. But, you know, it'll be home and we'll be different. So it won't blow our minds because we won't be in our regular minds anymore. We will be angelic, if I could put it like that. And I saw no temple therein, for the Lord God Almighty and the Lamb are the temple of it. And the city had no need of the sun, neither of the moon to shine in it, for the glory of God did lighten it. And the Lamb is the light thereof. Love y'all very much. Ask questions anytime. Sorry I sound so bad.